again, my name is Carlos Childs, and I'm the state organizing director for Our Revolution Maryland. Thank you all for joining us tonight. And really, we all know why we're here. We are here for the incredible, amazing, bold, progressive powerhouse that is Senator Nina Turner. She will be on, and we are raising money to send her to Congress in Missouri. I'm sorry, send her to Congress in Ohio. We desperately need as many progressives as we can. Before we get started, just a few little things. One, if you could put your name and where you are tuning in from in the chat, and also let us know if you've already contributed to Senator Nina Turner's campaign as well, and let us know how much you have as well, so we can shout you out. Also, we are going to have an amazing special guest, one of the squad members. We're going to have U.S. Representative Cori Bush, and we all know how much of a powerhouse she is from Missouri's first district. Okay, ooh, I see some names coming in right now. This is amazing. Hello, Emily from Maryland. Hello, Cedric. Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much for donating. Thank you all so much. Keep those names coming in. Just a little bit more about Senator Nina Turner. I mean, I have met her on numerous occasions. She is awe-inspiring. When you talk to her, I mean, you really feel like you are making change, even with the small conversations that I've had with her. And for those of you all who do not know, she is also, well, she was the former president of our Revolution National as well. So we owe all of this to her as well. Again, keep those names coming. I see uh, Lucero Meza from OR, South Carolina. I hope I got that right. If I didn't, just let me know. And you donated $100. Thank you so much. Thank you for helping the movement move forward. Thank you so much. And remember, you all, we are live on Facebook. We are on YouTube. Also, if you have any questions at all for the amazing Senator Turner or for Representative Bush, put them in the Q&A down below in the Q&A. Wonderful. Oh, hello, Asante from overseas. Hello, glad you're here. Glad you're here. Hello, Henry Rose from Dalton, Massachusetts. Already a donor. Well, text. Amazing. I mean, I don't even have to even ask you all to help out because I know you all know how important it is to get Senator Nina Turner elected. And with that, it's time to get this show on the road. So it is my honor to introduce our Revolution Maryland's chair, Bob Mullenkamp. Bob.
Thank you, Carlos, and thank you to all those who are participating in this conversation tonight. This is a very interesting evening. We have Nina, obviously, who I'm going to call from now on Congresswoman Turner, AKA Senator Turner, and for the purpose of this call, which is our family, Nina. So welcome, Nina. And Congresswoman Bush, welcome. We'll introduce you in a minute. Also, we have Deepika Blandari, who is the head of our DC chapter, who helped mobilize for this event, and she'll come on in a couple of minutes to address us. And of course, Aruna Miller, our own Aruna Miller from Maryland, who created a beautiful video for this event about Nina, and she's going to handle the Q&As in a little bit, and we'll show her video. So with that, this is a fundraiser. Nina's running for Congress, and she needs money. And we have as they would say on CNN or MSNBC or whatever, breaking news. We have an anonymous person who has pledged $250 if in the first half hour, those of us on this call can pledge at least another $250 to meet that. So this is a fundraiser for Nina. Please, if you haven't donated yet, please donate. If you are donating on this call, please put it in the chat so we can add it up and see if we can meet that pledge. And so with that, I would like to introduce Congresswoman Bush, but we asked her office how to introduce her.
So
And
Bob, I don't see the Congresswoman yet. She may be running just a little bit late. Do we have Senator Nina on the line? I don't. She may be here. So Bob,
Yes.
I don't think so actually. So we're just going to
well,
again.
let's talk about what this is about then. Look, um, March Fudge is a representative from the 11th in Ohio, the 10th or the 11th, Tolly?
It's the 11th district,
The
Bob.
11th, right, in Ohio, which is Cleveland and Akron. It's a very famous congressional district. She will soon be appointed. She's been nominated, and hopefully soon will be accepted by the Senate for the Secretary of Housing, Education, Housing and Urban Development. She will then resign her seat, and it's an open seat. Nina is running for that seat. She is running against a couple of other people, but the most important person is an establishment Democrat who is the head of the Cuyahoga Party. And basically, the establishment of the Democratic Party is behind that person. So, hello, big surprise. Nina Turner, co-chair of Bernie Sanders' campaign, the first president of our revolution, is running. And guess what? They don't want her to become a member of Congress representing this district. And Nina, though, and this is not true for most of the candidates we support, is in fact the front runner. She grew up in this congressional district. She is the oldest of 7 siblings. She went to work when she was 14 to raise the other 6. She went to school there. She went to high school there. She went to college there. She went to graduate school there. And she taught at the history at the community college there. Her roots are in this congressional district. Many of the people on this call may know her in her national capacity as a co-chair for Bernie or the head of Our Revolution. But Nina is deeply rooted in this congressional district. And she, for that reason, is the front runner. She's also by far raised the most money. But as Emily's list says, early money is like yeast. Early money is like yeast. Early money is like yeast. So contribute now. Anyone who has contributed to before they got on this call, that's great. But for those of you who haven't yet, please contribute. Any amount of money is welcome. And I think Aruna.
Bob, let me just interrupt you because we now do have both Representative Bush and Senator Nina Turner here.
Very good. Okay. So can they come on, please?
Do you want to introduce Representative Bush?
Sure. Wait a minute. Put Nina on first. Nina? Senator?
Yes, I am here.
Hello, Senator.
Hello, how are you?
You weren't here, but I said that from now on we're going to start introducing you as Congresswoman Turner.
To be
AKA Senator Turner. And as I said, because this is your larger family here, AKA Nina.
Yes, I love it.
So welcome. And now we get a chance to introduce Congresswoman Bush. Congresswoman, yes. I have never met you. Your office sent us some notes about how to introduce you. I will read those, but then I'm going to do something I think which is much more powerful and more appropriate. You are you represent the 1st district in Missouri. You are the first woman to represent that district. Unbelievable. Obviously, the first African-American woman to represent that district.
The state.
Right? And that you are a nurse, and that one of your great interests is, because you also have been uninsured in your life, one of your great interests is pushing very hard for Medicare for all. So that's the formal introduction. But I why I read your interview this Sunday, and I think your own words can do much more justice as an introduction than that. So let me read just 2 paragraphs from your interview just a couple of days ago, okay? Uh, you were active in the demonstration starting in 2014, right?
Yes.
Around what was going on in Ferguson. And you were out there all the time. And then you said, when I was asked by an activist who has since been murdered to run for office, initially I said no. But then when I thought about it, how did we get the heart of the people that were out there on the ground for more than 400 days? In rain, sleet, hail, snow. Hell no. We won't go. How do we get that heart after they were beat up, beat unconscious, arrested, and then made it back out there to the streets? How do we get that heart, that love for the community into federal office? The only way to do it is to run. And then you said you were sworn in on January 3rd, right? 3 days later, something happened, right?
Yes.
So we were locked down in our office. I never felt like I was about to die or that I could die in that situation. When I felt like I was, I'm ready for this. This is what we've been doing out there on the ground. I'm thinking to myself, I'm ready. It was like, where are my boots? And my bandana. You hit these doors, we're going to do our best to keep you out. You hit these doors, we're going to do our best to keep you out. But if you hit these doors, I'm banging until the end.
Period.
That
Yep.
was my thought process.
Yes.
Like, you're not just taking me out, I'm banging to the end because they took me out right back to Ferguson and into the streets. Whoa. So those are your words. I think that's the best introduction. And I just think before you start with your comments and introducing Senator Turner, I think all of us on this call, and we have over 100 people on the call and many more on Facebook, let's just step back to who we have here this evening. What an extraordinary change in our country that we can have Congresswoman Bush already there. And oh my God, Senator Turner may be going there. And with that, Congresswoman, it's yours.
Thank you. Thank you for that amazing introduction. Thank you. Thank you. When you say things, you don't always realize the impact, and you don't know who's reading it. You don't know who's watching the interview. You just know that you spoke from your soul, from your heart. You told the truth, and you just hope it resonates with someone, or you're able to make change with that. And so thank you for showing that that our words, our words are moving and affecting people. And speaking about our words moving and our words affecting people, this amazing soul that I'm going to introduce. I know you gave an introduction already when I was coming on. You were giving an introduction, but this amazing human, Senator Nina Turner, I call her S&T. Well, let me just say, let me give the part that I guess I should say just to set it up. I know you already started with it, but we know that she's a progressive champion running for Congress in Ohio's 11th congressional district, which is Cleveland and Akron. Basically, this special election, we know her from serving, serving as campaign co-chair with Senator Bernie Sanders in the 2020 presidential campaign, and she also was with him on the 2016 campaign. But Senator Nina Turner was also a state senator from Cleveland, and a Cleveland City Councilwoman, and a tenured professor. So all of that is amazing about her, absolutely amazing. But the person that I know, as great as all of those things are, let me say this: SNT did not have to pay me a lick of attention when I first started running for office for the 2018 race. She was nurturing, and she was giving advice to people who had decided to run for office, progressives who had decided to run for office. She gave of herself. She didn't know any of us. She gave of herself. But then she and I were able to continue on and have and gain a deeper relationship, a greater respect for one another. And she never treated me like I was bothering her. She never treated me like, you don't have a big enough name to keep calling me this much. You can't take my time. I'm busy doing these things. She's never treated me like this. And even with the 2020 election, as busy as she was, you all know we kept seeing hello somebody everywhere. She was on every stage in every city, in every state, all over the place. 2 or 3 times she was giving of herself all over the place. But when I called, she responded. Even if she had to call me later, when I would text, she would respond. She would check on me. How you doing, sis? You doing okay? What do you need? Like always there. And so I'm saying that because we get to know people. We get to know the things that look pretty on paper. We get to know that. But I need you to know that pretty on paper does not carry integrity into the walls of Congress. Pretty on paper does not carry character into the walls of Congress. We need character. We need integrity. We need stick and stay. We need dignity. We need somebody that cares about the humanity of people and of all people. And she has demonstrated that time and time again. I won't put my mouth out there for anybody that I won't wholeheartedly believe in, that I don't know for myself. I walked into those halls of Congress. I did the work, and I have said everything that I've said because I know it, because I went through it, or I know it because I was connected to it. I'm speaking on Senator Nina Turner, SNT, and I'm asking you all to at least call her that. I know some folks will still call her Nina, but I call her SNT because I want to give this Black woman her props for being a senator. And because they take our titles from us all the time. Folks call me Cori all the time, and it's like, I don't trip, but don't call me Cori and then call the next person with the title, with the man with the title, call him by his title, and then call me Cori. Like, let's do both. Call me Cori, call him Jim, or call me Congresswoman and call him Congressman. But SNT, she is absolutely what we need in Congress. I'm looking to have her seated next to me, fighting this fight. You all, this fight, don't think that just because Trump is out of office that his administration has changed. Don't think that fight is done. We just spent the whole day fighting. Fighting tooth and nail. This thing is thick. It is all the way through our government, all the way through it. And so we need somebody like Senator Nina Turner, who is unapologetic, who is unbossed, who is not ashamed and not afraid of her progressive values, and to love all people. So that's why you need her. And I cannot be more happy to introduce to you all the amazing, extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary, this brilliant mind that in Senator Nina Turner. Hey, sis.
Hey, sis. Oh my God, you got me tearing up. Okay, I'm trying to keep it together. Oh, I love you so much. I'm running, so I'm at a hotel somewhere in a special room, so I can make it here tonight. You know how that goes. You just got to stop off where you can. I am just so honored to have you here tonight, and I love you so much.
Love you too.
And man, the reason why you kind of got me tearing up, and we've had many moments together, and I will say about my sister that I always say titles are good, but purpose is better. People have heard me say that time and time again. What I want to say about my sister is, even though she got this extra special title, because she was already titled, baby. She was already relevant and important before folks started to recognize, people like me and others have always seen her potential, and we know who you are, but you got an extra special title right now. I want everybody to know that she still makes time for her big sis. And that means so much to me. I mean, I just saw we in 2018 side by side. I remember coming to St. Louis and us visiting the museums together, or standing out in the heat with your team when nobody else believed. See, that's why we have a bond, because when other folks didn't believe, because I'm this kind of person, if I believe in you, there is no lose.
That's right.
If I'm standing next to you and you standing up for what is just right and good, there is no lose. Maybe you might not win that exact race at that time, but by being with a champion and a freedom fighter, baby, you cannot lose. And here you are. I mean, the whole nation shook. I know you know how many people, and I know you got haters too, but there are many, many people in this progressive movement and beyond who absolutely are overjoyed that you are in that Congress, because they know you just like me, baby. We are unbought and unbossed. And that doesn't mean that people will always agree with everything that we say or do, but what they will know is that they got two straight shooters on their hands. I don't even know if the House of Representatives is ready for the two of us side by side, baby. I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm not sure, but we're gonna put them to the test.
That's
By
right.
the grace of God, we're gonna put it to the test. I just love you so, so, so much, and I am so proud and happy for you. And that's what we got to do for one another, encourage one another. We all have a role to play. Some people will be in Congress, some people will be the activists, some people will be both. But whatever the Lord God puts your hands to do, baby, you do it. I remember when Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., in all of his readings, and he's so quotable. I mean, we got many, many folks that we could quote, but he is so quotable. And, just even talking with people, said, do it so well that the dead, the living, and the unborn, baby, couldn't do it any better. That's whatever position you hold, from clerk to carpenter to sanitation worker to front lines in the hospital to the person that makes sure we get our prescriptions, baby, do it so well that the dead, the living, and the unborn couldn't do it. And that's what we got to do for Congress, encourage one another to carpet. You are standing in that tradition. I'm running this race because the needs are great in this nation and also in this world. I am running this race to continue to be a servant. There's he or she who's the servant is the greatest shall be the servant. And that is the tradition that I come from, and the Congresswoman too. She's a preacher just like I am a preacher. Oh no, two preachers together side by side. But this is why I'm running. That's it, and that's all. It ain't nothing fancy. The two bookends, because I want us to really get to our dialogue tonight. And then we got another dynamic sister on here, Congresswoman. Her name is Councilwoman Gigi Treore. She's a fierce sister in her own right, holding it down on the local level. I do want people to know all levels of government are important. I know in this society, everybody gets enamored about who's in the Congress or who's in the presidency. All of those things are important, make no mistake. But baby, the level of government closest to the people has the greatest, quickest impact. And what this should be about is a ministry. I don't believe that you can serve that which you do not love, baby. You got to love the people to be able to serve them. And what you have and not just, Congresswoman and myself, there are others, but we need people who have a proximity to pain. We need some folks to have gone through something. Can I get a hello somebody on that? See, I don't trust you if you ain't been through nothing. I need somebody who has really literally gone through some stuff and have failed in a moment and pick themselves back up to start it all over again. Them the kind of folks we need. We need more people like that elected, not only to the Congress, but all across this country. And you don't have to be in elected office to be a true servant. I want folks to know that too, because we all have a role to play. So I'm running because there is a need. And just as I have served my community in Cleveland, I mean, you and Dr. Bob have gone through my resume. It ain't really about my resume. It's really about my heart, the heart for the people. And so ascending to the Congress is just an extension of the work that I've already been doing. I never stopped doing the work of the people. And so as I took my community state by state, everywhere that I've ever gone, and I'm standing up for Medicare for all, that is because the needs of the people in this great nation are great. And because we are a hegemon nation, we really have no excuse on God's green earth not to pass Medicare for all. I'm running because we do need to cancel student debt in the United States of America. We cancel a whole lot of stuff for the ultra wealthy with tax breaks. And then every time it's time for us to put a down payment on Main Street, we got to question where we're going to get the money from. I'm running for Big Mama who needs some relief. I'm running for the babies in our community, some of which who don't even have the software, the hardware, the internet connection that they need to even be able to study and learn virtually. I'm running for those frontline workers. I'm running because we need to continue to push a multiracial, multi-gendered, multi-ethnic, multi-religion, no religion, atheist, whatever, however you identify yourself. We need to come together and dare to do a new thing and to dream a bigger dream and baby to make a demand in these United States of America, because the poor, the working poor, and the barely middle class deserve to live a good life too. T-O-O. I'm running because there's injustice. That's why.
Senator, this
Yeah.
is really your home, but you were gone for a couple of years.
Well, I didn't leave.
I know you didn't leave.
I was on assignment.
But physically you were gone, and with Bernie, and then with Our Revolution, you've been gone, and now you're physically back there. What are you're now campaigning? You're out in the streets. You're meeting people. What are you finding happened? What is there anything different in your contact with people since you started the campaign?
It's the same. I mean, it's what I've been hearing all over the country. People are nervous. They're scared. They're fearful about their future, and certainly that of their children, if they have children. They want to know that the vote does really matter. You know, that when they do vote for Democrats, that something materially is going to change in their lives. I do know that it's palpable what this progressive movement has put out into the atmosphere about making, in the words of President Nelson Mandela, the impossible possible. Hope is an action word. And so yet while people hope, there still is a frustration that is compounded by this COVID that has people wondering where their relief is going to come from. And that is why they look to not just people like me, but other people who don't have to have an elected title, but people like the Congresswoman and others, because they do see that hope. But there's also a big fear about whether or not things really are going to change or not. Yeah.
Okay, you know every nook and cranny of this district. Can you describe it more for the people on the call who are supporting you, and tell us more about this district?
Yeah, it's a working class district. I mean, we have all levels of income. Let me just say that we span the gamut from the ultra wealthy to people who really are among the 140 million people who are poor or among the working poor in that district. We have every ethnicity and gender and race in that district, and it spans from Greater Cleveland all the way to Greater Akron. Portions of Akron and portions of Cleveland weave together because of redistricting. So I won't take you down that long path from 2010. Cleveland and both Akron were very much industrialized cities. Akron with rubber, Cleveland with steel. And we know that a lot of the trade deals stripped the Midwest. Ohio is very much a part of that, of the good jobs that help people get to the middle class. And so the needs are great, but the people in the 11th have the same needs, the same hopes, the same desires as the people in St. Louis, the people in Denmark, South Carolina, the people in Honolulu, Hawaii, I mean, you name it, Chi-Town, it is the same desires. It's the same needs for jobs, for security, for safe communities, and for an investment in infrastructure. God knows we need that too, but we certainly have, we have that in common across this country. If you are in the poor, the working poor, the barely middle class, you're catching the same hell no matter where you are in this country.
Hey, this is Hal. Just let me jump in real quick. We do have from Cleveland, Ms. Treore. Councilwoman Treore is on the line.
And that's Nina. That's for you, Senator, to introduce her.
Yes, I thought, okay, so the way I saw, so yes, and I did lay out my councilwoman. So I met this young, vibrant sister. She just sent me a picture of us looking at each other. This, I don't even know what year that photo was taken. But when you meet somebody and they just catch your attention, it's something about their vibe. And that was Gigi Treore. And she has such a force, even before she became a councilwoman, you knew that she was going to continue to do something in service of the people of the greater Cleveland area. And so I do think it's important, because I want to pause a little bit. I heard the Congresswoman when she said, I was saying amen, and I saw Councilwoman do the same thing when she talked about how my male colleagues are, Congresswoman or council person or senator, and we just Nina and Cori and Gigi. I think maybe not every woman, but lots of women can relate to that, and especially women of color, and even especially Black women. And so I want to lay out some of the Congresswoman's credentials so people understand who she is. So Councilwoman Gigi Treore is the daughter of an African immigrant and a Southern pre-civil rights era born Black American. So she has both of those ingredients in her DNA. She began her political engagement focusing in on education, racial justice, and voting rights, which later expanded to youth advocacy and immigration. I think, Councilwoman, I don't know what we were talking about in that photo you sent me, but that was probably one of the topics. She is the convener of the Cuyahoga Black Caucus, has a 20-year career working in the progressive movement. She has served on the local and county Democratic leader in Ohio, a DNC delegate, and a U.S. Democratic delegate to China in 2017. In 2018, Councilwoman Treore made history as the first person of African descent to become a council member for the village of Newburgh Heights, and was subsequently elected to a full term in November of 2019, to which she now serves as the council president. So I want to bring to you, Madam President, Council Lady Gigi Treore.
Hello, good evening, our revolution. Good evening to the Congresswoman and to, oh my goodness, good evening, Senator Nina Turner. What can I say about Senator Nina Turner? One, she's a woman of God, a mentor, leader, powerhouse, educator, legislator, all the Black woman magic. Thank you so much for that introduction. I am very happy to join you all this evening. Again, I am Councilwoman Gigi Treore from the village of Newburgh Heights, and Ohio's 11th congressional district is home. It is where I live, worship, serve, work, and have raised my family up to. The district has a 54% African American population, meaning it's historically a majority Black district, which since 1993 has seen 3 representatives, Marsha Fudge, Stephanie Tubbs Jones, and Ohio's first Black member of Congress, Louis Stokes. And we know that, with each of their legacies, it mirrors society's climate during their times of service, not just within the district, but across the United States. And in 2021, as we prepare to elect Ohio's next 11th congressional district representative, we find ourselves experiencing 3 major crises. One, the COVID-19 health pandemic. We are seeing a record number of economic and job loss, as well as heightened injustices faced by Black folks and immigrants. So yes, in today's climate where we're facing major crises, the 684,000 residents in Cleveland and Akron who have just a median income of $42,000, that's the median. We heard Senator Turner give a little descriptor about, how vast we are, but the median income is $42,000 in our district, and we need Senator Turner in Congress. However, it's just not our district that needs Senator Turner in Congress. We need her to represent all of us on Capitol Hill, as her legislative leadership will help to move progressive policies, champion the agenda that's necessary while ensuring accountability across the board. I think we all know she has no problem with holding folks accountable. And throughout the United States, our seniors, our most vulnerable population, so our seniors, graduates with insurmountable college debt, our frontline workers, those fighting for $15 in a union, dreamers, and immigrants searching for a direct path to citizenship, as well as those struggling to breathe, whether that struggle is from environmental causes, whether it's health related, or it's caused by brutality. We need Nina Turner's leadership, her voice, her advocacy to build back better. And so, friends, and I feel like I'm amongst friends, so correct me if I'm wrong, but friends, we cannot play with the invaluable lives of people. And this is why I'm supporting Nina Turner. I was asked to come on and talk about the district and share why me, as the first person of African descent elected to serve on council, decided to support Nina Turner. And these are part of the reasons why. I'm supporting Nina Turner for Ohio's 11th congressional district, and I'm not doing it just to name. Because sometimes folks will just give you the name, oh yeah, put me out there. But I'm supporting her with my time, my talent, and my handbag, because the handbag is where the money resides. And because you're here with us tonight, I believe you agree. I believe that you agree that we need Senator Turner in Congress. And so if you haven't already, I saw folks dropping in the chat, about how much they donated. I implore you to join us and join this People Power campaign. Recruit others, donate so that we can reach every voter in Ohio's 11th congressional district and ensure they know about Nina Turner, know about her local to national political experience. They need to know about her progressive platform that speaks to our current and immediate needs and how she is day one ready to serve in Congress. There's no on-the-job training needed. She's been there, done that. She has the experience, and so therefore she is day one ready to serve in Congress. Again, as the first Black elected in Newburgh Heights' 115-year history, y'all heard that, 115-year history, I am so proud to support who I believe is an example of how to ensure policies reflect the needs of the people. And that's what this is about. It's the heart and the character. And as someone who I call my friend and one of my first mentors, Nina Turner, for she is truly a strong voice. She's an advocate and a fighter for the people and is prepared and is the best choice to represent our district. And that is why I am supporting my friend, my mentor, the baddest Senator Nina Turner for the Ohio's 11th congressional district.
Councilwoman, thank you so much. My name is Bob Mullenkamp. I'm the chair of Our Revolution Maryland, and I'm chairing this event. Let me ask you something. As an expert in this, how is this shaping up? Her major opponent is pretty much an establishment Democrat. Is that a fair characterization?
Correct.
How is it shaping up how someone would see voting for that person or voting for Senator Turner? How would you articulate how they see that difference? What does Senator Turner represent that her opponent doesn't?
Doctor, and everyone that's on this call, what we look at is the heart. Senator Turner is Cleveland through and through. You think about movement, you think about me as a college student organizing events and going out for voting rights, and Senator Turner sleeping outside with us on the Board of Elections to ensure that people have the right to vote. That's the narrative. That's the story that we're talking about. We're talking about her commitment to the democratic process. We're talking about her commitment to Ward 1 all the way over to Akron. That's the difference between it. And actually, there is no comparison. None at all. And so when we talk about how people are shaping up, at the end of the day, you want a fighter, you want an advocate, you want someone with the experience, and you want somebody that has the capacity. And this is people-led, and the capacity is speaking. Look at the numbers. Hello, somebody.
Thank you for joining us. We're honored to have you. Please stay on for the rest of the conversation if you can. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So my job is to make a pitch again. This is a fundraising event. The last time I looked, we had 88 people on. Some of you have not donated to the senator's campaign. If you haven't, please donate now. She needs the money. Emily, early money is like yeast. Please contribute and contribute now. And next, I'd just like to, our colleague from the DC chapter who also mobilized for this event, Deepika Bhandari, I'd like to introduce her for how she feels about what's going on. Deepika?
Hi, thank you so much. Actually, I was just able to tune in just about 2 minutes ago. I was having some technical issues, but I just wanted to talk about, if this was okay, I wanted to talk a little bit about who we are, of course, and why we need Nina. So just to introduce myself, my name is Deepika, and I'm the chair of the DC chapter. We formed just over a year ago, and we focus primarily on, of course, endorsing local progressive candidates and advocating for progressive platforms, such as Medicare for All, rent control, racial equality, and statehood. And the thing is, because we're located in DC, we have a particularly unique set of issues. And our biggest platform right now is statehood, because although we're located at the seat of the federal government, our issues, our people, and representation are overlooked, ranging from proper federal representation, of course, to being shortchanged with the stimulus package, to significant corruption and red tape on the local level. All these sorts of issues that we have. And given the riots as well, statehood has been catapulted to a major and hot button issue nationwide. So we need support for this from our elected officials for statehood more than ever. And, Senator Nina Turner, she is, we need someone like her, someone fierce, daring, and bold enough to, take on these issues like statehood and like Medicare for All. We need someone who is an unapologetic fighter, who is genuine and courageous enough to take on the establishment's lies and cut through the BS that they make when it comes to standing up for the working class and ending the outrageous levels of income inequality locally and nationwide. So we also need someone who has been consistently fighting for these issues that we've been facing here in statehood. And Senator Nina Turner, she has been not just talking the talk, but walking the walk. And I think no one can deny that. And so we need someone who won't bow down to all of the forms of establishment, whether it be corporate media, corrupt politicians, or billionaires. And we need someone who will hold them accountable. And she consistently has done that with CNN pundits or other media personalities, or basically any fight that she has had to fight for us. And her ability to school us and take us to church is something that no one else can do. So I'm really, really, she is also just personally like my idol, and I think for all of us as well. She's amazing. She helps every time I felt like, this was too difficult, I would just watch one of her speeches, honestly. Okay. And I would have hope and motivation again. And I think she just sums up, the person, Miss Gigi, like the person, like you said before, she embodies the heart and the soul of what it means to love our country and fight for our people. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we're going to get to questions and answers. And one of our great elected progressive grassroots leaders is here tonight to help us with that, Delegate Aruna Miller. But Aruna made a video for this event, Senator, and we want to play that first before Aruna gets on and helps us with the Q&As. Hal, can you put that up?
Nina Turner is a progressive warrior. She's fearless, unapologetic, and authentic. She's been fighting for working families, economic and racial justice, and Medicare for all. And this revolution is going to require every one of us. Because you see, real change isn't top down. Real change comes from the bottom of your hearts and up. Real change is Nina Turner. I'm Aruna Miller, and I am so happy to be supporting Nina Turner for U.S. Congress, and I hope you do the same.
Senator?
Nina Turner is a progressive warrior. She's fearless, unapologetic.
Senator?
Yes.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Oh my God.
Aruna, we have some questions for the Congresswoman and the Senator.
Yes, we do. Thank you, Bob. Senator Turner, I can't tell you what an honor it is to be here with you. My kids saw you in New Hampshire during the presidential primary, and you came and introduced Senator Sanders, of course, and their jaws dropped. And since then, I haven't been able to close those jaws. They're still in so much in awe of you. I have to tell you, you are a powerhouse, and it's just great to be joining you. So as you know, this crowd is not very shy. They have lots of questions for you. The first of which is from Noah Redlick, who asks, I would love to know how the two of you, meaning you and Congresswoman Bush, feel about the nomination of Neera Tanden. Would you call on Senator Sanders to oppose her nomination?
Oh, good Lord.
Hey, come on.
Lord, have mercy on my soul. I'm very concerned, more than the tweets, and I've certainly been a victim of her tweets. We've gotten to some tweet battles ourselves. Is really what people are standing for. And so any of like the corporate influences or, in the past being willing to cut Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, those kinds of things bother me greatly. I do think that there's room for people to change. I'm not so sure if she has or if she hasn't, but who am I to judge her heart and her soul? I will say that, I don't want to I want to answer for Congresswoman Cori Bush. She doesn't have to deal with that because this is something for the Senate. So I don't think we should put her on the line on this. I will just say that her interactions in the past, she has said she's sorry. So I don't know if she is or she isn't. I don't know if she's just saying that because she's being nominated. But who among us, he or she without sin cast the first stone. That takes a lot for me to say that because she was very vicious and vile towards me, towards Senator Sanders, towards this movement as a whole. It was not just a difference of opinion. It became very personal at times. But more important to me is how would she lead the organization that she's being nominated for. So we do at times have to give people room to grow and to evolve. That still means that they have, she does have a record that she has to ultimately answer to. At the end of the day, she's the person that President Biden wants to see there, and the members of the Senate have an opportunity to make their voices heard and decide to vote it up or vote it down. This is taking a lot for me to say this tonight. I just want you guys to know this because it's really, we can have disagreements, and Lord knows I've used some colorful language, my daggone self. So, but to cut to the quick of being totally against a progressive movement in the way that she was, it bothers me. At the same time, though, I come from a spiritual tradition, though, that from time to time you got to have some mercy on people. That doesn't mean that there shouldn't be a consequence. Hear me clearly, for what she has said and for what she has done. And I'm gonna stop right there because Lord Jesus, I hope people who know me know I'm trying to be measured as I can on this one because this one cuts deep for me.
This is family.
What she has done,
it'll stay here.
Cuts quick for me.
Okay.
Lord have mercy. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it right there. I'll leave it there.
Okay, thank you. Aruna?
Thank you, Senator. Thanks for warming up the crowd there with that answer. The next question comes from Robert Muir, who says, how can he best help you from Texas?
Oh, Robert, thank you so much for that. As Congresswoman Bush said, and also Council Lady Treore, time, talent, treasure. We have phone banks going. We have text banks going. You can go to ninaturner.com and sign up for a shift. you can give. So that's your time and your talent on that one. And then your treasure, any amount. And I mean that. I mean, if you can donate $3 reoccurring, $1 reoccurring, whatever you can give, that goes a long way to planning resources that we need to both get our message out, and also we're gonna have to bump up against some folks too, because there will be a dark money put out there against us, and we have to have the resources that we need to fight. The greatest resource that we have are the people, and that's people from my district, my home district, but also people from all over this country. So thanks for asking that. And while I'm at it, Maryland, I just want to thank you so much, Dr. Bob and the other leaders of Our Revolution Maryland. We've been on this journey for a very long time together. As many of you know, I was the president of Our Revolution, and I take that really with great pride. And Sister Aruna, your leadership as a delegate and the things that you're doing now. So I just want to thank you guys so much, and all of our sisters and brothers from across this country who have contributed to this campaign, because you all believe. I appreciate you. You all are the wind beneath our wings.
Thank you.
NinaTurner.com. Go to NinaTurner.com.
Aruna?
Thank you, Senator. So in summary, I guess what you're saying is what the Councilwoman said, that you need people's talent, time, their handbags, and their wallets, right?
That's right. That's right.
And let me just jump in. We're going to have to let Senator Nina Turner go. She's got a lot of obligations, and we just thank her so much for her time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And one announcement before you go, Senator. Hal, if you'll put it up, there's an event that people here in Maryland and the DC area might want to get into on this Friday night. If you'll put up the slide. Senator Turner is here in DC. She will be at Busboys 14th Street on Friday evening. She will be a special dinner guest, and for the regular Friday on-call event with thousands of people around the DC area in the Busboys and Poets Friday night venue. So you can also sign on for that. Senator, before you run off, is there anything you'd like to say to leave us with?
I do, and thank you, Dr. Bob, for putting that up there, and I hope people will join us virtually. They can go to my either Twitter or Instagram and also Facebook to get more information. I thank Brother Andy so much, and I thank you, Dr. Bob, for connecting us and making sure. Well, I've been vibing with Brother Andy because he certainly has been in support of Senator Sanders, but thank you so much for making sure that we connected to get this set up. This event is in great part because of you. Yeah, I want to end by, again, just Delegate Aruna, thank you so much to Councilwoman Gigi Treore, who's my sister right here in this great district, and also Congresswoman Cori Bush. Nothing but love for both of those two women, and love for you, Our Revolution Maryland, and all Our Revolution. I want to thank everybody. I don't want people to lose heart. We're going to be discouraged. Sometimes we're going to have valley moments, and sometimes we're going to have mountaintop moments, but we're going to get through this together, and this nation and this world is going to be better for the progressive movement challenging the status quo. I want you to know that it might not always feel like that in the moments, but this nation is going to be better because there are some 21st century freedom fighters who are willing to put it on the line, not just in elected service, but also being activists and being very much engaged in your own communities. Again, titles are good, but purpose is better. So I want to close with the two bookends of this campaign. One, it comes from Congresswoman Barbara Jordan. Many of you have heard me give this quote on the campaign trail when I was traveling the country with Senator Bernie Sanders. One is, what the people want is very simple. Congresswoman Barbara Jordan, what the people want is very simple. They want an America as good as its promise. And although the progressive movement is not perfect, I think we encapsulate that through and through, that what the people want is an America as good as its promise, and the issues and the policies that we are pushing for, whether it's dealing with the damage that we're doing to Mother Earth, to ensuring that everybody in this nation has Medicare for all, to canceling student debt, to dealing with the injustices in a criminal justice system, you name it, baby. That is about creating an America that is as good as its promise for everybody. And then lastly, in the words of the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., and I just want you to let this rest on your soul. This is the other reason why I'm running. Power without love is reckless and abusive, and love without power is sentimental and anemic. Power at its best is love implementing the demands of justice, and justice at its best is power correcting everything that stands against love. I want my sisters and brothers to know that we are running a love and power campaign, bringing those two great forces together in service to the people of the 11th Congressional District, and by extension to the service to the people of this great nation. Progressives, we got the ideas. We got to get the power, and it is building in that Congress. We need to build it on every level of government in this country and use our love and our power together to create a better nation for all. Thank you all so much. Have a great night. Much love to you and our revolution, Maryland. You are simply the best. Good night,
Thank you, Senator. So before we ring off, again, if you think about who was in on this conversation, this is the future of America. This is the progressive future of America. This is an extraordinary event, really. You were here, you were a witness, and you were part of it. If you have not given money yet to Senator Turner, do it now, whatever amount. And with that, I want to thank Carlos and Hal for the technical work on this. I want to thank Deepika Banduri for her comments. Aruna, as always, thank you for your video, your comments, and for handling the Q&A. And we have one more very important announcement before we close. Hal?
Yeah, Bob, thank you so much. And I just put up the event we're doing tomorrow morning. By the way, for Kristen in the chat, great to see you here. The link for donations, let me put that out one more time, is https://ourrev.us/ORMD for Nina. That's ourrev.us/ORMD for Nina. And we raised, I think, about $700 tonight. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty impressive. So we're going to put Nina.
Match anyway. Good.
That's without the match. That's without the match.
Okay, good.
That's without the match. So pretty darn impressive. So thank you all for your generosity. And, you know, listen, we're doing it for Senator Nina. We're doing it for Representative Bush. We're doing it for Councilwoman Treore. And we're doing it for everyone in this country, except for a handful of billionaires at the top. And even there, ultimately, would probably be better off. So thank you all for your generosity. Tomorrow, we are fighting for 15 on Capitol Hill. I'm just going to put this link in there. I hope you can join us. I just saw that link did not go where it was supposed to. So let me see if I can get it in there. One more time, we're going to be on Capitol Hill. If you get a chance, join us tomorrow morning. And you all have a great, great evening. And we are going to do this thing. Thank you. Oh, and let me just do our final. Yeah, we always end with our Organize to Win chant. So I'll say when we organize. We've been organizing tonight. You say we win. We'll do it 3 times. When we organize, we win. When we organize, we win. One more time, guys. You can do it. When we organize, we win. Have a great evening, everybody.